Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about people that need their hands held. If you're coming to the Philippines and you need your hand held from the very beginning all the way through without figuring things out, then you're probably not fit for the Philippines really. Let me get into this a little bit deeper about what I'm talking about. I've had two people contact me over the past year. Actually more than that, but these two in particular were the worst case scenarios. Okay? One guy, I think he lived down south somewhere on the East Coast, and he was talking to me and he's like, Steve, I want to come over there and, I need somebody to help me out, and you seem like a nice guy, and, I want to come over there and, I need you to come pick me up at the airport and find me a place. And I don't mind doing that, okay? I don't mind doing that because I do it all the time. In this case, it was a little bit different, and let me explain. Because he started getting into the things about care, okay? I'm older, he said, I need people to take care of me, and you look like a nice guy, like you'd take care of me. And I told the person, I says, listen, I says, if you need care like that, I says, I don't mind helping you find a place. I don't mind picking you up at the airport. I don't mind, as long as you pay for the ride and stuff like that, because I'm not, I have to pay a driver to go up there and pick you up. He says, oh, no problem. He says, but I want somebody there that if I need to go to the hospital, they'll help me get to the hospital. They'll help me in the hospital. They'll help me go food shopping each week. Because I'm an older guy, I need help. And I'm like, don't you have any family? He says, yeah, I have family. But I could kind of sense, because the family was in the background, tell me, yeah, you really want to go. You really want to be there. And he kept saying, yeah, I really want to be there. And I kind of sensed like the family kind of wanted to get rid of him because he was kind of like maybe a thorn in the side to the family. And he was older and they didn't want to deal with him for whatever reason. So they wanted to pass him off to somebody else. And and then the other guy, he was very similar, but it was a little bit different. He was asking me to take care of him. And he wanted me to, he told me he had all kinds of handicaps and issues and sicknesses and stuff like that, and he needed to go to the hospital a lot, and he just wanted somebody to go to the hospital with him a lot and help him with food shopping, again, help him with all these things. And that's time consuming, okay, over here. And nobody wants to do that in their retirement, me in particular. I love helping people, but I can't help people forever up until their day of death, okay? And I get a lot of it. I don't mind helping people for a little while, get them kick-started, get them going, get them rolling. A lot of the people here, after 2 weeks, they pretty much got it going on. They got it all figured out. They're up and running, and the motor's running lean. So, it's running good. So, that's the good thing. That's the people that I want to see over here. But these people that come in here and they need all this help, you shouldn't be here. And one of these guys in particular, the problem was this. He was telling me he was only getting about $1,200 a month, okay? And with the amount of care that he needed, there was no way in hell he was going to get insurance, okay? Unless he paid high insurance for all the pre-existing conditions. That was one of the big issues when I was talking to the guy. The biggest issue, though, was he wanted me to take care of him. And I was like, no. The other thing was this. He wanted me to do all the paperwork for him. And I don't mind helping people answering questions about the paperwork, but if you're not capable enough to fill out the paperwork yourself, you're probably not capable of living in the Philippines, because the Philippines is a paperwork nation. Okay? There's a lot of paperwork getting in here. There's a lot of paperwork to do over here for different things. It's a paperwork nation. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. Everything is paperwork. Everything is jumping through hoops. I don't think somebody that's in their 70s who has a lot of ailments is capable of coming over here and jumping through some of these hoops, okay? Are there ways to stay away from this? Yes, there are, but you have to have the money to do it, okay? $1,200 a month is not enough. And some of these guys, they don't want to do the SRRV. They want to come over here and they want to avail themselves of the regular tourist visa, which you can stay here on 24 to 36 months or whatever it is. I'm not sure, because they said that they might be changing it, and that might be changing soon. We'll see, you know. But anyway, I told them, I says, listen, I said, right now we don't even have a tourist visa. We do, but you have to get an EED to come in here, and they're only doing that for certain people, and one of them is not for regular tourists. Oh, the guy says, well, I can wait, and then I'll come in there, and, you know, I'll live over there, and people can take care of me. You know, like, you can take care of me, or I can pay somebody. I says, if you're making $1,200 a month, you're not making enough to pay somebody to take care of you. You're really, really not. And I says, if you have no health care, that's the problem. It's the health care issue that's gonna kill you. I says, because, you know, even though doctors over here are cheap, medications, they can cost you a lot of money depending on what you need. And I says, I don't know what you need. I can't tell you to come over here safely. And I says, you're better off there in the United States, where you have all these social networks that you can go to and medical places that you can go to and get help from the government, because there's more places that you can get help for things if you can't afford it. The United States is pretty good for that. You can walk into almost any hospital and pretty much get treated, even without insurance in some cases. If it's something really dire or an emergency or something, they'll treat you, or they'll put you on, like in Massachusetts, on Mass Health or something if you can't afford regular health care. They have all this stuff that you can fall back on, okay? And they also have welfare if you're short on food or housing. You pay cheaper housing costs or whatever. It's government subsidized. All that stuff is not available here in the Philippines. It doesn't even exist pretty much. Over here, though, one thing I will say is this, and this isn't for foreigners, is over here I noticed that they build houses for the poor over here. And it's kind of cool that they do that, because I see all this housing over here getting built, and my girlfriend always tells me that, yeah, that's housing for poor people or what have you. You know, and my girlfriend, she's has family members that are on that list, and they're going to be getting their houses and stuff, and that's great. That's great for, you know, because these people can fall back on that. But it's not available to us. Even if we're residents here, we don't get that. We don't get that benefit, you know, even if we're poor. And for us, $1,200 a month over here is not poor. It's not poor here. Not even $600 a month is really considered poor. It's below that that's considered poor. $600 a month is not bad over here. It's not a bad income. You can live on it. Teachers get income less than that. So that'll kind of give you a heads up as to where they're at. But I just want to kind of touch on that stuff this week, just to let you guys know, you know, where things are at over here, how things are going, how things work. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.